Manchester United 2, Tottenham 0, and Carrick has bettered anything that Amorim has done in 14 months. In just 4 games, without a pre-season or his own players, by the way, because we've heard them excuses by other managers and Amorim over the years. But guess what he's done since he's come in? He's come in, he's got us playing football. He's got us moving the ball with purpose, being aggressive and pressing teams at the right time, playing our players in their best position. He's got that Old Trafford raw back, which we've missed for many, many months. Don't get me wrong, managing us isn't easy, hence why we've not been successful for 12, 13 years, had some great managers, and of course spent a load of money. However, every team has a DNA, and our DNA is all about taking risk, letting our attacking players show what they can do, getting out their men, putting people in the box, getting crosses in, shots, just finding a way to win games. That is the DNA, attacking fast football. And ever since Carrick's come in, again, he's not a saviour, he's not Jesus, but that's all he's got our players doing. Got them playing in their best positions. We're starting to see the best of Bruno. We're starting to see the best of Cunha, Ahmad, and Mbeumo. We've got Kobbie Mainoo back in. Again, couldn't get a sniff, couldn't get a Whitney Houston. Not even a Daniela Westbrook under Amorim. But look what's happened now. Carrick's come in, and look how good Mainoo's been. Not saying he's been outstanding, but he's been much better than having Casemiro and Bruno together, or much, much better than having Ugarte. Of course, thank you to Romero, just that South American dog that he has in him. Obviously, of course, he couldn't just tackle a Brazilian without having to go through him and go down the back of his ankle. That guy has more cards than Yu-Gi-Oh! Just not quite sure why they do it. Lisandro Martinez is the same, by the way. He's always got to leave something on somebody. You look at the Arsenal game the other week, he just has to put a fist in the back of the head of Jesus. It's just that rivalry between Argentina and Brazil. And yeah, Casemiro done the right thing as well. Stayed on the floor until we see Romero get his red card. Again, people say football's gone soft, but he didn't need to follow through. He's won the ball, but again, like I said, it's just that Argentina-Brazil rivalry. He's just flung himself in there and he wants to hurt him. And unfortunately, he's cost his team again with another red card. It's stupid because Romero is such a good player, but thank you. Thank you for today, by the way. But if we go on to today's game, to be fair, the game was pretty good up until the red card. It was a bit end-to-end. Both teams were moving the ball, chances. Of course, Spurs were there to just play us on the counter or nick a goal from a set piece. Even when Spurs were doing that, we did have chances. We was moving the ball well. We nearly scored after like a minute. Like I said, we're just letting the attacking players play. We're moving the ball fast. We actually look enjoyable to watch. That's the thing. Even in the second half, when we was 2-0 up, we were still playing the ball, moving it quickly, getting shots off. Like I said, if Spurs were sitting off us and there wasn't much space in behind them because they were just sitting on their 18-yard box, if the ball would go into Cunha, Bruno, Mbeumo or Ahmad, they're taking a touch and shooting. So then they're making the Spurs player have to make a decision where they come and close them down or they just stand off them. And this is what we've been missing for a while. For a while, to be honest with you. And if we go to the first goal, set piece again, Ole Ole. I did call us the Timu Arsenal because that's what we was like under Amorim. But now we're actually looking half decent with these set pieces. I think we've got 15 or 16 goals now from set pieces. Only Arsenal have more. But if it gets results, it gets results. I know a lot of people question Arsenal because of the money they spent. But listen, if it scumbags you a goal. Today's set piece, though, I'm not just saying this because it's my team. It was a good set piece. Bruno fires it into Kobbie Mainoo, who then just flicks it round the corner. Good finish from Mbeumo. I think maybe the goalkeeper should have saved it. It dribbled over the net. But listen, it was well worked from the set piece. Similar to the one that Bournemouth scored against Arsenal last season. That's what it reminded me of. And then even the second goal as well. Badly needed. Great crossing, by the way. And even though Sesko didn't score, we didn't see much of him. It was just good to see that him whipping that ball in, him just going across his man, and then Bruno comes in late at the back post. Great finish by Bruno, by the way, off his shin pad. He definitely meant it, of course. But just a well-deserved goal for Bruno. The last few weeks, he has been really good. Back to his best. He is levels above anyone at our club in terms of ability, what he does on the ball as well. We have got other good players, I'm not saying that, but Bruno's he's just up here. He's just, even in his head. I don't know if any of you's watched like the Stick to Football with like Gary Neville and that. They had Paul Merson the other day and he said he likes watching Bruno. He said there's a lot of good players, but not a lot of good footballers. And he said like Bruno plays with his head. And if you watch Bruno closely, things that he does, the way he draws opponents in, you can see it. He did have his tenure where people were getting onto him. And again, there was times where he was very frustrating. But I think that was more under Amorim than any other manager. You know, him playing at central midfield is just not, you know what I mean? It's not his game. He's much better playing further forward as an attacking midfielder. Like I said, play our best players in their best positions. You know, definitely need to give some shout outs as well. To be fair, Maguire, Dalot, Shaw, these last few games, they've actually really, really improved. They were the players where I would definitely be saying a lot about them. Dalot, I always used to say to him, if you put him in a horse's body, he would bark. But to be honest with you, the last few games, he has been a lot better. We're starting to see the best of Dalot. And even on top of that as well, when the ball goes out to winger, he gets across very quickly. He still does some stupid things, but he's definitely improving. We can see there's been a player with Dalot. Like if you think of that second season under Ten Hag, the second half of the season, he was very good. And I thought, do you know what? This guy's proven me wrong. And then he just went back to normal the season after, under Ten Hag and then under Amorim. Like I said, last 4 games, he has been good. And I will give players their credit where it's due. They've been good the last few games. I'll say it. Maguire's been very good as well. There is times where, again, he just loses concentrations for a second. Like, again, today, they nearly scored. Javi Seamans gets in between him and Lisandro Martinez, and then he ends up nearly putting it across to Solanke. And I'm thinking, do both of you need to go for that ball? Another clean sheet. Again, Lamans, solid. Didn't have much to do. But it's just the way he comes out and claims crosses. We haven't had a goalkeeper like that for a while. That was not really a thing for De Gea. De Gea never really come and claims crosses, and he wasn't that strong. But don't get wrong, a very good goalkeeper on his day, but he didn't do that. Whereas under Lamans, we're starting to see what it's like to have a proper goalkeeper. Even the midfield 3 again, another solid performance from Casemiro. Again, we don't realise that when he leaves, yeah, we're going to miss him massively because this shirt holds heavy. That's why a lot of players have come and gone and not done well. However, even though we're linked with like Anderson, Baleba, Walton, who are very good players, coming and playing in front of 75,000 every week is a different ball game. You know, you give the ball away, you're made to take risks. And if you keep giving the ball away, have you got that courage to keep trying to be persistent and keep doing the right thing? Can you go and win the ball back? Have you got the legs to play at Old Trafford? It's a big pitch. Like I said, Casemiro, he did have a bit of a period where he wasn't great and a bit of a bad spell. But I think we're going to miss him. Like I said, he's good in the air as well in both boxes. He scores goals. Again, that's another thing that we're going to miss with Casemiro. Someone coming in and scoring goals. It's what all the best midfielders do. They'll get you a good 5 to 10 goals a season on top of that. Casemiro's going to be missed. Good to see Maino back in there doing what he does best. Fernandez just being Fernandez. And then I'm liking the front 3 of Cunha, Mbeumo, and Ahmad. Got Dorgu to come back into that frame as well. Obviously, Dorgu's going to be out injured for a couple of months, which is a real shame when he was hitting good form as well. But yeah, Ahmad again was really good today. Just need to see more goals and assists from him. I think he should have had a couple of assists today. Did set up Bruno for a chance that went past the post. Set up Mbeumo with his right foot shot in the second half that went over the bar. So yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, it's a difficult one. It's difficult, but I just think if we are to start challenging us from next season or being a consistent top 4 team, we just need our attacking players to just take the level up again. That's just what I think we need. We need them to take the level up again. Next year, I'm positive we're going to make Champions League. If not, we're going to be in the Europa League. So we're not going to be able to have as much time on a training pitch. This is something as well. You know, we're going to be playing a lot more games. I'd expect us, whether it's in Europa League or Champions League, to do well. It's a minimum of another 8 games. I'd expect us to go further in the Carabao Cup, in the FA Cup. So it's going to be a good 60 to 70 games next season. So we need our players to take it up a level. Of course, we'll make signings. It's looking good. West Ham away on Tuesday night. Could it be 5 wins in a row? Who knows? Who knows? West Ham won again today against Burnley. It's a big game. And again, it's another game where we're going to be playing against a team, put 11 people behind the ball. Can we break them down again? Every game is a must-win game for our club at the moment. Always a big challenge. You know, we didn't think we'd get much out of City. We went and beat them. Away at the Emirates, didn't think we'd win that. We won that. Fulham, stupid as it sounds, I was like, this will be the test. Getting people behind the ball. They're not afraid to get on the ball and keep it. Again, we managed to get a late winner after being 2-0 up. And then again today, to be fair, that game today could have went either way at 11v11. Obviously, Romero gets red carded. Spurs are on the back foot for most of it. We get the job done. So another big game against West Ham. Need another win. We're 3 points off Aston Villa because they drew today, by the way. Villa are going to have European games. I'd expect them to get far in Europa League, which again, I think will affect their Premier League results late on. Could be the same for City and Arsenal. Again, we're not really trying to track either of them teams, but who knows? Who knows what can happen from now to the end of the season? 1 game a week. And then once we play on Tuesday, we don't play again until we've got Everton, which is in like 10 days time. And then after that, we've got, there's a period where we don't have a game for 2 weeks. So we've got so much time to be able to prepare for every game. So exciting times. Hopefully it can stay there. Got to keep the standards higher, but it's looking promising. Looking promising. One game at a time.